The Canadian military is being deployed to a small Ontario town this week, and they're going to be going door to door to conduct wellness checks on civilians. Yes, you heard that right. Between Friday, May the 3rd and Sunday, May the 5th, the Canadian Armed Forces will be conducting special training in the Huron and Bruce counties. Residents in the Goderich area are being advised that wellness checks or door knocks will be performed in town on Saturday, May the 4th. Soldiers will be going door to door and speaking with residents to simulate what would happen if they were asked to check on the well-being of residents during an actual emergency. Now, after the news that came out about the Canadian military running an information campaign, something that blurred the lines with a psychological operation meant to influence the Canadian public during the COVID-19 pandemic, and that continued to operate for months after the Chief of Defense Staff ordered it to be shut down in the spring of 2020, this new simulation has people alarmed. See, by September of 2020, the military's Special Propaganda Unit had deployed loudspeakers in Nova Scotia to generate wolf noises to deceive Canadian soldiers into believing real wolves were in the area near their military bases. It was supposed to test the use of loudspeakers during PSYOP training. It gives 1984 Orwell vibes, but the exercise accidentally spread to civilians when a forged Nova Scotia Department of Lands and Forestry letter spread to the community, warning local residents that wolves were roaming the streets and they posed a threat to pets and children. It was a tale of incompetence and soldiers acting without authorization once again. And now, as the military prepares to go door to door to check on civilians, many are concerned about the lack of transparency with the government's use of military resources for questionable purposes, and how this not only infringes on privacy, but normalizes government intrusion into civilian everyday life. The potential misuse of power here, with the fact that the military continued an operation in 2020 after being ordered to shut it down and conducted a PSYOP on its own rank and file, further suggests a disregard for orders and the weaponization of military power for domestic purposes. The erosion of civil liberties throughout the last few years is not to be taken lightly, and for anybody who has been paying attention, this exercise, even if only benign, provokes worry from citizens about future conduct and again begins to normalize military involvement in citizen affairs. Overall, the combination of military training exercises with controversial military activities in the past has the public on edge and prompts more questions about government accountability, transparency, and the respect or lack thereof civil liberties. For Rebel News, I'm Tamara Ugolini. If you're a fan of the sweater that I'm wearing here, you can check out this design and many more at rebelnewsstore.com. There you can also save 10% on your total purchase using code Tamara, that's Tamara 10. Tamara 10 for 10% off at rebelnewsstore.com.